Hi, I'm Connor from Roundtable Audio, and today I'm going to be showing you three key differences between a Stratocaster and a Les Paul. These three differences are price, features, and sound. Let's get started. For most of us, price is a massive factor in our purchasing decisions. If you're anything like me, then you don't want to waste your money on the wrong guitar. Les Pauls are generally more expensive compared with Stratocasters. This is mostly because of the differences between the materials used and the manufacturing process. Different models of the same guitar types will have different prices. This Stratocaster is made in the USA and costs twice as much as this one made in Mexico. I actually prefer my Mexican Stratocaster. Both Gibson and Fender have subsidiary companies. Gibson has Epiphone and Fender has Squier. These companies make more affordable versions of the mainline guitars. For example, both these Les Pauls are Epiphone. Here's a quick overview of the different features, but if you're a guitar nerd like me and want to make sure that you're spending your money properly, I've listed 15 key differences on my website, Roundtable Audio, that I've linked down below. According to Fender's official website, Stratocasters weigh between 7 to 9 pounds. Gibson doesn't give an official weight for the Les Paul, but it's between 8 to 10 pounds, which means it's generally a little bit heavier and can require a bit more stamina if you're playing standing up. Oh, what's this on my guitar? The Les Paul has a single cutaway, which means that it's harder to reach the top frets because of this block here. The double cutaway on the Stratocaster means that it's easier to reach these top frets when you're playing. The Stratocaster has a smaller fretboard radius, which makes it more curved, which fits the natural curvature of your hand, whereas the Les Paul has a larger fretboard radius, making it flatter. While it doesn't fit the natural curvature of your hand, it can be easier to fret individual notes. The Stratocaster has a slightly thinner neck, but this varies from model to model. And the Les Paul has a thicker neck, but again this varies from model to model. The neck on a Les Paul is glued in, which means if it breaks it's going to cost a lot of money to repair. Whereas Stratocasters have a bolt-on neck, meaning that if the neck breaks you can just unscrew it and then put a new one on. The Les Paul has a shorter scale length, meaning the distance from the bridge to the nut. This means that the frets are slightly closer together, which can be easier for players with smaller hands. The Stratocaster has a slightly larger scale length, meaning that the frets are slightly further apart. Lastly, the Strat has 3 single coil pickups, whereas the Les Paul has 2 humbuckers. So here's a sound comparison between the two guitars. So that's 3 differences between a Stratocaster and a Les Paul, but I've linked a full 15 differences in my article down below. Ultimately, get the guitar that you're excited to play. I learned to play on this Les Paul because I loved Slash when I was a kid. It made me excited to go home and practice every day, and that's what guitar playing is really about.